They said every generation outsmarts the previous generation. It's only the Gen Zs that have not been able to outsmart millennials. This is the first time in generations that this, and it's because of this technology. The technology that we are thinking will enhance them and everything. No, it's dumbing them down. For lack of it, well, I have better words, but let you so that it can sink in. This is the dumbest generation.
They say charity begins at home. It's just that sometimes charity may not have a home. So charity can begin from anywhere.
A lot of people take care of their parents out of obligation, not out of love. They feel, what would the world say? They will say this one not looking after her the mother. What would people say? My daughter has all my passwords, all my codes, because I know that I can drop dead anytime. If anything happens.
Welcome to Game of Money, brought to you by Rev 360. My name is Honeypot, and of course I've got my co-host here,
MartinsTheXtratainer.
Okay. Now on this show, we talk about so many interesting things. We have honest conversations about building wealth, sustaining, protecting wealth, and of course, passing it on.
Yeah.
And today's show is going to be a bit different because we're not just going to be talking about property, investment strategies, We are going to the home. We're going to be talking about what happens in the home. And, most Nigerian homes, you have parents say stuff to their children, and money is seen as like a secret or a source of stress. And you hear parents say stuff like, don't ask for money, don't talk about money, you will know when you grow up, you cannot understand now, and all of those things. Oh my God. And it's just so interesting. It's just very, very interesting. And this is why we have a fantastic guest to help us do justice to this particular topic we're talking about today. And that is raising financially intelligent children. Joining us on the show today is a vibrant, dynamic, non-conformist educator, parenting expert, a seasoned entrepreneur, a devoted mother, revered for our innovative approach to shaping minds, raising children with strong values, including financial values.
Of course.
And so she's none other than Ronke Adeniyi, affectionately known as Ronke Posh. Welcome to the show.
You're welcome, man.
It's good to be here. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yes. Is there any reason for middle of the night? Bonjour. Okay, so we're already having it. And why financial education should start from the home? Let's start here. At what point did you realize that raising financially intelligent children had to be intentional? And at what age should children start learning about money?
So I think I started to learn when I'm not sure the exact point in my life or the year, but what happened was I started to pay attention to sibling rivalry. I started to pay attention to hearing that this sibling is not talking to this sibling because of money. And this money we're talking about is not even their own money. It's probably daddy's money or mommy's money. So I started to pay attention. So with time, I realized that we're fighting over somebody's money. Even when we get the money, we don't know how to invest that money. Do you understand what I mean? We can't turn it around. We got to know how to consume it.
Just spend it.
Just spend the money. So I started to pay attention to things like that. And then having a child, I realized that, you know what? So I have just one.
No matter your feelings about Nigerian real estate landscape, it's a must-have, and we know it at Rev 360. Our vision is to provide the safest and most profitable opportunities in real estate for our clients. We go the extra mile to ensure that every property we acquire guarantees both safety and profit. And that's why most of our clients who are Nigerians living in diaspora and who to speak without fear, we are focused on high potential and emerging regions like Ogun State and Lagos, Aja, Ekpe, Bejuleki. So if you would like to know more about the opportunities we offer, kindly follow the link in the description of the podcast. And all you do, keep growing
I have just one. There's no backup plan. Only God. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what you're doing with money. You have to make it work for you. And I can remember she was really, really young, maybe about 9 or 10. And I did say to her, I said, if anything ever happens to me, you're going to be fine. You are equipped. And I still remind her. And she doesn't like that conversation.
Yeah.
But their realities.
I'm sure my eyes went wide when
The
you said
realities,
that.
they're actually realities. She's the only child. Yes, there's network. Yeah, there's the other people, and I know that yeah, she'll still be alright. But that's not the idea. The idea is not the one. What are the skills that you have? What can you monetize, even if it's not a product? What is it that you can? And just doing that, she has been able to monetize so many things since she was in primary school, secondary school. She's authored a book. She's a DJ. Because she sees the example. She sees the example all around her. She sees empowered. Yeah. She has authored the book. She did her first book, which was about 12 or 13. Leverage on her mom. And obviously, people were like, it's because of her mom. That's why she made the money. I said, she doesn't leverage on her mom. What am I here for? So she wrote the book, and a lot of the audience on social media, they bought the book, and she made over $1 million at the time. But a small child, she doesn't understand that money. Because what did she buy really at that time? So I told her to keep the money. As I say, but savings don't actually generate. Saving is not a way of growing money. But for her age, I just allowed her to just save the money. But with time, I told her this money is going to depreciate. But sometimes you can't connect a child to those kind of things. So I said, you're going to have to buy land with that money. Because I didn't want to buy biscuits and buy shoes with that money.
This is so interesting.
I wanted her to do something that made sense.
That's investing.
It's investing. So one of our friends, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention his name, but one of our friends is in real estate. Okay. So he did a promo where he was selling land, and they were doing agriculture on it. And at the end of the year, you're going to get a return on it. Now, we're not talking about the land of 500 million or anything like that, but she now gets a return every year. On that. And then she sent me a message, Mommy, I feel like a big, she's 20 now. She said, I actually feel like a big girl. I feel like a woman.
You know so well.
So I like, and then for me, it's personal again. That's another thing. It's so personal. I don't want women to be broke. When you are broke as a woman, you have no options. You have no options. So you must have options. There's some things that you will take because you don't have money. I mean, the video we were talking about today, a man was pounding his wife, pounding him left, right, and center. If you ask her tomorrow now, she will still be there. Because the options are often not there.
Where will I go?
Where will I go? How will I cope? How will I cope? How will I take care of these children?
Where will I start from?
Where will I start from? The fear is there. Then obviously the environmental factors, society, them say. So, but we're talking about money now. Oftentimes, it's the money. There's a lifestyle that you're used to when you peg your life on a man. There's a lifestyle that you're used to. Now, ask a lot of women. If anything happens to your husband and there's no backup plan, can you continue that lifestyle? Irrespective. If there's a divorce, if he says, okay, I want to marry another 10 wives, and you say, I can't take this, are you going to be able to continue that lifestyle? If you know you can't continue that lifestyle, then you have work to do.
You talked about realities. Why do parents hide financial realities from their children? It's
often conditioning. You inherit it. They eat it from you to right now. It's conditioning. It's something that you met it. Nobody was discussing money with you. So you don't, it's like sex. Oftentimes a lot of people, they don't discuss sex with their children because nobody discusses sex. If they even try, they say beds and be or don't touch your
you get pregnant. Give it a name.
If you get pregnant, so the same thing applies to money. It's something like money is a god. People are afraid of money. They're afraid of money. So to talk about money to your children is like, say no go area. So we obviously are in a new generation. We're having podcasts like this. We're talking about it. We're empowering people. Yeah. So we're expecting change. The same way we now see that a lot more people talk about sex with their children is the same way we want people to talk more about money with their children.
This is so interesting.
Yes,
and, I'm going to take it from there to another level because, it's the Women's Month, Mother's Month. We're going to be having Mothering Sundays. We're going to be having, all of this. And that's the reason we're having this. And I'm so excited about it. So we want to actually focus on the conversation a mother should have with her children. And, in today's world, you see a lot of things happening on the social media, people displaying iPhones, getting the latest iPhones, and all of those things. And these children, they're seeing all of those things, luxury here and there. How do you, as a mother, begin to teach the children contentment and priority?
The first way to teach that contentment is to collect that phone.
Collect the phone?
That's where you start from. They don't need it. Do the children need those phones? When my daughter was in primary 6, she was the only girl in her class that did not have a phone.
In primary 6?
Yes. This was...
Oh, they allow phones in primary 6?
They have, if whether they allow it or not, it's not.
These days.
It's not. They will still go home and go on their
Have
WhatsApp.
You seen some birthday parties that they throw for children?
She was only one that didn't have a phone, but her self-esteem was intact. Okay. If you need to speak to your friends, take my phone and call them. I don't have a problem. Okay. But you are not joining any WhatsApp group. You're not joining anything that they're doing online because there's no need for it. So a child, you must explain to them the need for it. Now, Australia has banned phones for children under the age of 16.
Wow.
They don't want. China wants to follow suit now. A lot of countries, different countries now want to model that. Okay. That because it's working. They're seeing that it's working. Children are going outside and they're playing. And they're even interviewing these children and asking them, how's it going? Actually, it's not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we grew up without these devices, didn't we? It's not that bad. But there's a dopamine hit. There's an addiction that they get when they use the phone. That is when you begin to see them having, this person has this car, I must have it. But the issue is, the parents are suffering from this peer pressure as well. Okay. Yes. Okay, she has a Birkin bag. Oh, look at her shoes. Look at her.
So you see that bag you just mentioned. I have a small story that I'll tell you, and you can help me put it well, how it has actually even shaped me. So in secondary school, anytime I was going back to school, my father, I would write my list of provision. So I would give it to my father. And so my father would call me and say, you know how we are. So if you're going to buy cornflakes, you'll not buy the Kellogg's or maybe you'll not buy Cocoa Pops or something to the other brands, one that you have put the brand or something another brand. You don't buy that. If you're going to buy this, you're going to. So it helped me with that. So it was always a scale of preference for me, which is actually very important. And so that helped me. And I got to school. I realized that I wasn't begging for anything. I did not have everything. Some people came with 4 sets of provisions and all of those things, but I was not begging for anything because anytime they came to pick me, at the end of the term, my mother would first of all ask, did you collect money? Did you borrow anything so that they can settle? Okay. So I saw that. I was looking back. I was living within my means. It was actually okay because we will eat in the morning, we will eat in the afternoon, we will eat at night. So it wasn't any big deal. So when I started working, somebody wanted to sell, I think, a Birkin bag or one designer bag and then called me, one big girl. And so at that point, my salary could not even, and so she was not, so she was like, oh this bag, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And so I said it, I'm so sorry. I've exceeded my budget for the month. Yeah. And so I said, oh no, you can hold on to it when you have the money. I did not collect it.
They push on you, yeah.
I could look good without. When I get to that level, and when I look back, I think it was because of that training that it gave me.
Yeah.
Contentment.
So, looking at it now, and I think that the generation is different. And the way parents are, I saw on Instagram the other time, a parent bought a phone for a kid. And it was the latest that some adults have not even, gotten, and they can't even afford iPhone 17. How do we begin to talk about that?
So it depends on the age of the child. I don't know, because children are up to the age of 17. So it depends on the age of the child. That's one. Now, I'm not opposed to a child having a phone, but how old is that child? How old? Because you see, I've seen 2-3-year-olds with iPads, with gadgets and all sorts of things. They've normalized all those sort of things, despite all the research that it affects.
They're even saying that screen time is not
brain development, all sorts of things. In fact, the last research that I read, it's even saying that even technology in schools, the more they use it, the more this generation of Gen Zs, they said every generation outsmart the previous generation. It's only the Gen Zs that have not been able to outsmart the millennials. This is the first time in generations that this, and it's because of this technology. The technology that we are thinking will enhance them and everything. No, it's dumbing them down. This is for lack of it, well, I have better words, but let you, so that it can sink in. This is the dumbest generation.
Like, for instance, the AI thing can either help you be wiser, more intelligent.
If you have to know how to use the tools. You have to know how to. Some of them don't even know how to prompt the tools. It's anything it says, and that is why you see that they get addicted. They have suicidal tendencies and all sorts of things happening. Yes.
Interesting, because when it comes to gratification, that instant gratification, and then you can suspend it.
I was going to ask you, as somebody, you talked about your daughter and how she's 20 now, and how you helped her next month. Okay. So how you helped her grow to that point where she sees herself as a woman because she made that decision. For many of us growing up, our parents do things and we find out, they tell us, so we don't know some of those things in time. Do you get your children involved, or how do you get children involved in financial decision making? Maybe you're making financial decisions. How do you get them involved so that is like a way of helping them grow by watching, by observing?
I'll tell you what I do. Yeah? I'll tell you what I do.
Okay.
However, you must know your child. That's another thing that is very important.
However, you must know your child.
Know your child, because your child is not Ronke Posh's child. I've done the work. Okay. If you know you're not done the work, then you know that you have one girl that you know that the next thing they want to do with money is X, Y, and Z. Now, my daughter has all my passwords, all my codes, because I know that I can drop dead anytime. If anything happens, she has access to everything in my life. Everything. There's nothing I hide.
Wow.
She knows my bank balance. She knows any investment that I have. Now, you might not be able to trust every child with that kind of thing, so don't quote me, please. Don't go and do it. I'm emphasizing
Disclaimer.
it. Disclaimer.
Even people who have children, they would notice that their children are different.
Exactly.
Disclaimer.
But that's because I've put in the work from the beginning.
Foundationally.
It's foundational. Yeah. So I know that she's not, and she trusts me and I trust her. So right down to she's getting emails, I'm getting it on my phone. That's the kind of relationship we have.
Your daughter
right down to emails. Boy is toasting her, and I'm seeing it on my own phone. You know what I'm saying? And we don't care. We both laugh about it. Say this one.
In fact, let me even take
you know that kind of
let
thing.
me take it further, because I have a friend who says that when it comes to maybe it's still under financial, responsibility and all that. And so, as you said, anything can happen and they know what to do. She said in their house, they know the color of caskets their mother wants when she dies.
I would get to that point. I love it so much.
She said they know who a mother is owing. Like, if anything happens today, they actually, and so when that person said that to me, I was amazed.
Love it. Oyinbo people, they do it.
This is a Nigerian.
No, I'm even saying I love it because Oyinbo people do it. What they do is that they don't want to put that burden on their children. Now, I have an only child. Why do I want to burden her with casket and what if I die and all of a sudden everything just shows up? They come and carry my body. This is the grave. This is the way it's going to bury me. That's just one thing off. That's one dream that I have. I've not done that yet, but that's aspirational for me. I would love to do something like that. Take that burden off my child. I don't know what she'll be doing in her life at that particular point in time, and then she has to now start thinking of casket money, pallbearer money, graveside money, and all those sort of things. So we need to flip things around. We need to begin to think. Sometimes a lot of people's prayer is my jawamo, which is my children. I'm going to eat from my children or benefit from my children and everything. But the Bible says that a wise person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. Now, if your children give you something, it's a bonus. It's a blessing. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. But when you depend on it, when you are cursing your child, after all I did for you, that's why you have bitter women.
You want to keep the fruit of your labor.
You see this discussion.
After all I did for you. I drop out of school.
This is actually a very
crazy.
long discussion.
Bitter
That I would even
women.
like us to quickly touch on it in the sense that you see in Nigeria, a lot of people, should I say it's an African thing, you have made your children your retirement plan.
Yeah, that's the
And
pension.
so you say you deny yourself, or you're selfish, you're living through your children. So because you couldn't achieve certain things, like I wanted to become a lawyer,
Then
and so you
one
want
of
them
your-
to become,
one of your children.
you want
Yeah.
one of your children or your children to become lawyers. And afterwards, when they start giving birth, you go there and you keep staying there because, of course,
Yeah,
you must take care of me and all that. It's a very long one, because when we start having children and they grow up and they become adults, and then you become a burden to them, and then you're saying that, oh, you have paid it forward, you did the same to your
It's
parents
cultural.
and all that, and it's cultural.
It's cultural.
How do
It's
we begin to?
unhealthy. It's
Okay.
cultural, and people, that's what they met. So that's what they assume that that's the way to go.
Yeah.
But you find that there are still parents that they've done it so well that their children, in fact, some of them will even be offering, let me pay school fees for my grandchild.
For your
They're even struggling. And that is the way that ideally it should be. That we have built our lives. Say, for example, Rep 360 now, if you have an investment and by the time you grow old, that money is bringing a return, that building or whatever it is you used to do, the thing is bringing a return for you and you are comfortable. That's the way your children, you don't know what will happen in their lives.
True.
No matter how well you train them. Even they can even be so successful, but we know what money is like. Money has wings. It goes, it comes, it goes, it comes. It could be an investment they made at that particular point in time that
Gone
things are
wrong.
not working or something like that. But they still have to. A lot of people take care of their parents out of obligation, not out of love. They feel, what would the world say? They will say, this one not looking after her, the mother. What would people say? So they do it. And they will say, oh, yeah, I'm taking care of my brother. I send money home. And then you can see now that people have jackpot. They'll say, do you know how many shifts I have to do? I send 20 pounds and they're still complaining. All those things, we should not hear about it if we're doing things out of love. We won't even hear a word. When you give your parents money or you send money to your cousins or things like that, we won't hear about it. Because you're not feeling you're doing it out of compulsion. A lot of people that care for their parents is out of compulsion. And I always tell parents, please, whatever you do, save money.
I say it too.
Save money. Save
Well, you're
money.
taking care of them.
If your children should even
keeping
see how you do
aside.
money. Another common thing that women do. The child will come back from school. Mommy, they told us to bring 5,000 for something. Go and meet your father.
Mm.
Go and meet your father.
Mm.
Go and meet your father. Do you know what you're telling the child? You ain't got nothing. You're empty.
Empty vessel.
Empty vessel. You don't know that everything we do is a lesson to the children. You constantly tell the child to. So after a while, the child will not even come to you.
Go straight
God
to the
boycotts
father.
you straight to the father because this one go no every time broke, no money, all that, and some of them even have money.
They have money.
They have money.
Because this thing you're talking about, I don't know whether you saw this thing on Instagram or on social media. There is this post, there is a show where it's called Tonight Something. And so people just go there and they have like people, a panel, they just tell them their problems, their relationship problems, marriage problems, and then so there is this woman, she said, my husband does not have an ambition. And so they asked her, why? He doesn't take care of the house. She said, no, that he takes care of the kids. He does everything, takes care of her. And they now said, why? Is it that he does not allow you to work or something? She said she works and she makes her money, but she does not use her money for anything. So at that point, they now said, they had to quote a particular Bible verse from Amos. So I can't remember.
Maybe
what.
Proverbs
So
31
they had to...
maybe a Proverbs 31 that stands at the gate.
So,
she makes a difference even in society.
So now and she said she makes more than the man, but she does not spend her money in the house. And she's still saying, reporting the husband that the husband is not ambitious. And I'm like, you want to kill him? You want to collect his blood?
That's a separate podcast.
I'm telling you.
That one, if you want to unpack it, that's a separate podcast.
Topic.
Because what does union mean in that context? What does love mean in that context? When it's like one person's responsibility. Now, if I want to buy a man something,
Okay.
and he gives me money, and I take out of the money to buy him, what have I bought him? What have I really bought him? I take your money and I use it to buy something back for you.
Oh, wow, bula fisha, bula lejo.
What is the meaning of that?
It's errand.
But when you know that, You can do something for your man. You know, you see that his phone screen broke and he just needs to fix the phone screen, and then something comes up. You just say, please take this iPhone 17 and manage it.
Oh, true.
Take this iPhone 17 and manage it. Manage it. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful to be able to do something for your man. And now there's a fine line. I'm not saying that all those lazy men that don't do anything, they'll be buying something for you. No, that one I did.
The one that you saw that
but that one I don't see them before. I have experience of that one.
We digress. So we come back.
No, let's focus.
Let's focus.
All right.
So now let's come back to this topic, because of course we are focused on mothers, because March is for mothers. We have like in fact, women are always celebrated. We have the International Women's Day. We have the Mothering Sun. In fact, we have in March alone, we have the one for the UK, we have the one for the US, and all that. So that is why we're actually concentrating on this. So I really want to know, what are some money mistakes that weaken children financial mindsets?
So oftentimes we believe that our children need to graduate from school before they start dealing with money. We feel as if they must graduate. You know, they must be grown. But a 5-year-old can sell cupcakes.
Say that again.
A 5-year-old can sell cupcakes. Wow. A 5-year-old, when they're having something in school, that child can bring something. Your child can sing at your friend's party.
And get paid for it.
My dad DJs at my friend. In fact, I'm the one that will be looking for gigs for her.
Yeah.
So once they say party like this, you have a DJ. Straight.
Wow.
That is what my daughter does.
You have
and she does it
that
well.
she does it well. So you're not gonna look for them. So a money mistake is waiting for them to grow up. Another money mistake is making them believe that savings is how to grow money. Save your money, or this is your piggy bank. Save your money. I get it. They put money and then you tell them aside and they end. But as they grow older, they have to grow out of that piggy bank mentality. And this way, these days we have all these microfinance banks help them to see that at the end of this, they have to understand compounding interest. They have to understand go to another level, because you find now that you still have women in their 30s, you still have women in their 40s that they just believe in savings. Even, am I lying? Just put money in their account. I have 10 million in the account. Let's account.
Don't want to touch it.
Especially Nigerian money is depreciating now. You're not even you don't want to do anything. Last class, just change it to forex. Just change it to something else.
Like it has to grow.
It has to grow. Yeah. So we don't teach how our children how to grow money, to understand money, and then we teach them to fear money. We teach our children to, as if it's one big deal of a thing. Do you know how much that is? Do you know how much it is? So what? How much is it? Is it not an object? It's an object. Do you know what I'm saying? So we glorify. Anyway, it's a god. Anyway, money is mammon. That's what the Bible calls it. Yeah. So we glorify it so much. Do you know how much it is? Do you know any small thing is? Do you know how much it is? Or I can't afford this. I can't afford it. There's a way where you communicate things. So it's some words that you will use that are disempowering to the mind of the child. Like, what is the meaning of we can't afford this? Yes, I'm not saying that you don't tell your children what is out of scope. It's not out of scope. But why don't you tell that perhaps in March we'll be able to have saved enough to buy it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this timing is wrong because mommy has to pay for X, Y, and Z. So we're going to be out of pocket if we do that. Why don't we do it in June? That's a better time. But every time, no, it's expensive. It's no, we can't go there. Because even now, you find that some adults cannot even go to certain restaurants. They can't go to certain restaurants because it's too expensive. You don't even know that you have money to even pay for it. But you're just looking at it, that thing. So women, I always encourage women, go out, take yourself out. This Valentine that came, I said, start with yourself. Buy something for yourself. Tell your children. I love an example my daughter did. I wanted to see what she would do this Valentine's, because ever since she left home about 4 years ago, every Valentine I will order something so that don't let any boys come and miss my daughter.
I get
you know what I'm saying?
it. At home.
Yeah, I love that home. My dad did it. He wants to make sure that we're okay. So I was doing it. So now I didn't do it this year.
Okay.
So now I said, what are you going to do on Valentine's Day? She said, I'm not yet sure I'm going to do on Valentine's Day. And I know she doesn't have a boyfriend. So what are you guys going to do? I said, I left it. A few days before Valentine's, I said, we decided what I'm going to do. I said, what are you going to do? She said, we're having a galentine.
A galentine.
What do you think that's?
Okay. It's a new one.
It's with girls. She and her friends. I said, "Where are you guys going?" She said, "We're going to the mall. We're all going to buy pajamas, matching pajamas. If you see how cute they were, I feel like
Oh my
even brought the
God.
picture. Oh my
You
God,
wish you
I
were
was
there.
so proud. I was a proud mommy. They all wore pink and white jammies. They bought food, drinks. They watched.
I love it.
I loved it. I was just,
Valentine.
if it was before now, I would have want to post it. But now we are adults. I have to be
What
taking
will
permission.
boys call their own Valentine? Boy.
no, not
boy
Saturday.
Valentine.
If they try it now, they'll say gay and time.
you
Gay and time.
You were talking about money being a god. And I learned from a very wise man that money, like you said, is a spirit, mammon. It lives in a body and it has a soul. I agree with you to that extent. However, it means that there is a degree of exposure that you would have for your children with respect to money that will be overboard. What do you think is the limit? Where do mothers draw the limit? So it means that I'm also saying how do you get your child into your budgeting, your investing, your spending? How do you get her into it so that it doesn't become
Put her in the
excess?
class. My daughter has done classes.
Okay.
Sometimes she'll be the youngest in the class with adults. Emotional intelligence, financial management, anything I put her.
Okay.
So a lot of people believe that they must grow up. When they get to university, they must learn it then. When they put your 10, anyone they can absorb at that point, let them absorb. I'm talking about all these small courses. I'm not saying go and pay for Harvard. No.
Crash courses.
But all those crash courses, you see them at 10K, 15K. Some of them online, some of them, you just see them WhatsApp group. I'll just register and join. Now that she's even in university, she still wants to do media, sound engineering. I said, add business. That's the only thing that will make us evil. Just add business. Because whatever you learn, you are going to have to monetize it. So add it. So just give them that awareness.
Okay, talking about adding business. Now, let me give you this scenario of a father who maybe the child is going abroad to study, and so he's doing the errands for the child, buys tickets, books the flights, pays for this, pays for that. How exactly do you think that we should help, or let me say even a mother, because of course we're concentrating on the mother.
mothers.
So how do you think the mother should help the child balance it, help the child to be financially responsible in handling some of these things? Because of course, yes, you are the parent, you're sending the child abroad and you are doing this, you are doing all of those things, and then you are taking care of the child holistically and all that. But then again, how can the parent help the child to be financially responsible on their own in that type of scenario?
I like the example. I like the question because I have a practical example. So when my daughter left Nigeria about 4 years ago, I would obviously buy her tickets and take it because she's not done it before now. So who is going to do it? So you buy the ticket and everything. But now, after a while, in fact, I even went. And after a while, I said, you know what? If I stay back, we save how much? And you're going to be able to do, what can you do with that money? If I don't join you, if I don't come 6 hours, bring you back 6 hours. Something is registering in the brain. Then after a while, I said, you search for tickets by yourself so that you can know how much ticket is going for.
Exposure.
So she started to search for, all those dirty December coming home. So I always said, if you wait
till December,
it
will be
let
very
them
expensive.
understand the trends. Empower them. It's not everything you do for a child. Every time you do something for a child that is able to do the thing, you are disempowering the child. It's like a muscle in the gym. If you don't use it, it's going to get weaker. So if you don't use that financial muscle, they're not going to learn anything. So you keep getting them to do something. Even if you can afford for them to give them pocket money. My dad would afford for me to go get pocket money when I was in school. And I took advantage of that and I didn't know better. He did what he could and I don't have any complaint about it. I don't complain. I don't follow man and everything works out perfectly.
Wow.
Now, I'm not doing the same with my daughter. I'm not. Now, so I didn't have to work, but I make sure she works. Because it may not just work out like my own did. My own happened. I think my own was just local. I think my own was just grace. Let me just put it like that. So what if it doesn't work out? Let there be a backup plan. So she now knows how to go to school and have a part-time job in school. She knows what it is. She saves her money and she will tell you, in fact, I can remember at the beginning when she went to school, matching this. Oh, I want all my things to be this color. I was looking. And lo and behold, the thing finished. I was just looking. Everything has timeline. It's until, do you know what I'm saying? If your daddy gives you money for this point, if your daddy gives you money for this. So she started to get it. She started to understand. Now, when you talk about iPhone 17, now she uses an iPhone 17, but she earned it. When she went to school, it was iPhone 13. Okay. But I said, if you want iPhone 13, all your grades.
If you want iPhone 17.
If you want it, your grades have to be impeccable. There's no complaint of conduct. There's no conduct. Because grades don't do me. I'm an educator, but the grades not first for me. Character development is everything. We are raising evil geniuses. So for me, it's your character.
Okay.
So if I know it challenges, you can get iPhone 13. Now, I made that promise and I made sure that she got it. Do I use iPhones? I don't have iPhone.
So even start with.
I don't have. So it's not as if we are lower con or something. I don't have. So, but because I know that they like iPhone in that generation. I don't know what people see. Haven't you seen Samsung?
I prefer Samsung.
Let's not promote them too much. But hello, that's what they like. So because I made that promise and because she aligned. Now, when she was now getting iPhone 17, she said, want my phone. And the phone was just giving her problem, left, right, and center. I started to remind her, I said, how much, do you know how much you're selling it? She said, she knows. How many gig or whatever, all those things. She figured it out. She did the sum. I said, how are you going to contribute towards this phone?
How much are you going to contribute towards this?
How much are you going to contribute? Phone that I'm not using.
But you promised her.
No, I'm talking, that's the iPhone 13.
Okay.
That was 4 years ago. We have moved now to 17. Now you want 17.
Contribute.
Contribute. How much are you? Because now you're working. You're not working now. You do part-time working.
So you met her?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
So you must be able to add your own. No.
I love that you have mentioned that you met her somewhere and then she brought what she had, to the table so that, So my 8-year-old wants to buy a pair of shoes in Lagos.
Okay.
And it cost 40K.
And
I've said I have 20K.
Yeah.
And if you want that 40K own, you have to go and look for the money. It has to be the money that you actually, because it's only the only thing that I can do is that 20K. So he goes around looking for a fair deal and comes back with a very good one.
Okay.
He found one for 19,500.
No. I don't meet you anyway.
Wow.
Clever boy.
Sharp guy.
Sharp guy. But next time, make sure the rule is whatever you want. If you want him to be a contributor,
okay,
you say anything you want. If it's out of scope, so if it's a luxury item, not food, and obviously, if it's a luxury item, just even if it's 1K, let him in it. Let him do it. Let him. I mean, there was a lady that complained to me about her son that he's doing business in school in the class.
She complained.
No.
Okay.
She said it's affecting her studies and she wants to cancel it. And I said, what is the business? She said the boy, all of you, listen, I want to tell you. I want to tell you, you have to pay. The boy started packing stationery to school.
Okay.
Extra biro, extra pencil to school. The students that forget to bring their own. 100 naira.
If you just
So people now start coming from other classes
to buy from.
No, he doesn't sell it. To rent.
I don't understand.
He rents it.
He's renting
it. I said, Madam, you don't know the kind of I've never heard this thing in my entire life.
I am impressed.
I said, do you know what you have right there?
So
do you know the genius that you have? In fact, I will go to Lagos and go and pack plenty of pens.
Yes.
I said the only thing you have to do is
have
to
just
agree with
that
the teacher.
You're not going to
that the hiring time, maybe he comes earlier than normal. Like hiring time, let people book it in advance after school. Tomorrow come and pick up.
And that you're not going to take anything behind me because that should to go and sell.
No, but she said he wasn't even doing. She is a child. She said she wasn't doing anything with the money. The
He
idea,
was just keeping.
so I said, I want to meet your son. The idea just came to him.
So how can we encourage children to take this type of small financial responsibilities?
Now we have to, our children have to be woke now. We don't let them take, how can my child be selling pen? How can my child be, it's because we're proud. And that's why you see a lot of women laying around because they want certain things. They feel some things are beneath them. They feel some things are, I started business when I was 5 years old. As a thief.
Stop losing money in Nigeria and start investing with confidence. I know investing in Nigeria can feel risky. For over 13 years in the media, I've covered stories of hardworking Nigerians who have invested back home and lost everything. Family bills, company promises, nothing to show for it. That's exactly why we built this to provide safe and profitable real estate investment options for Nigerians in the diaspora and even here at home. We have a proven track record of integrity and results. And when you invest through electricity, you invest in a structured, transparent, and accountability-based company. If you'd like to know more about the opportunities we offer, kindly follow the link in the description of this podcast. There is money in Nigeria. Kindly will enjoy your share. And all you do, keep going.
That was where I was going. Because I know that she's told this story before, and I'm going to allow her to say it so that I'll not be selfish. But there is a thin line before that child takes something from the house to go and sell.
Exactly.
Because growing up, we had a family friend who would go and take other people's meter, unscrew it, and sell. You understand? So I know that because if you look at that child very well, you know that apart from stealing, that you should beat out of. Oh, I'm sorry for using the word beat because I know that some people will come for me right now.
Let them get all the value.
Take that out of that child. You will know that an Oyinbo person will look at that child and say, there is something to be.
But I just knew that. I need you on my team, guy. Let's be supplying the old school.
Okay. I need to say this. Okay, first of all, you talked about the child sharp guy. That guy is a sharp guy.
As in
this guy you also pictured is a sharp guy.
Sharpest.
A guy that is so young and he can make his schoolmates pay for rent.
Yeah.
Something that was not known by his parents.
Yes.
So, but what I want to say is this. They say charity begins at home. It's just that sometimes charity may not have a home. So, charity can begin from anywhere. The point now is this. As somebody who is an educator, it's also safe to call you an educationist because you are beyond just. Where should financial intelligence come from? Is it from the home or the school? If it is both, what percentage should the school carry as a responsibility and what percentage should the home carry?
Now, that question is very subjective.
It's best for you because you are both.
It's subjective because some parents don't have financial intelligence.
Okay.
So, and you can't give what you don't have. So you are teaching me about money, but we can't, every time when it's rent time, we are running around in the house. We are running around. The child is saying that you are getting cranky because you can't pay this, you can't pay that. Your Range Rover that is outside, you don't have money to buy petrol. The child is learning all those things. So I give the person that will teach financial intelligence to the child. Now, the typical teacher in Nigeria is broke. I'm not saying all teachers are broke.
I get it.
Because that's the one they will go and quote me now. Many teachers are broke. Many teachers are poorly paid. And that's why a lot of them want to transition to online. But they're now seeing Nabi, gay. All right. A separate conversation. Now, somebody that is like that, how is that person going to teach me financial intelligence? How? Let's be real. Someone that is struggling to even get transport to come to work.
But on a norm, it's supposed to start from the home.
On a norm, it's supposed to start from the home. But you know what? Sometimes third parties, I recommend third parties. Because there'll be new things. In joining all these online courses and all these new things, you will learn something new. How did I learn about all these microfinance banks and all this about new things that people are doing? Those things are beyond what my parents can teach me because they don't know it. They know what they know. In maybe the investment, the treasury bills, all those kind of things that were traditional ways of doing things. Land, but there are now new things that are being done. Forex and the likes. Now, if you don't get it, can't you put your child on that program? Do you know what I'm saying? Can't your child go and learn also? Both of you can sit in a class and learn together. So it's not necessarily just you as a parent. It's not necessarily, yes, let's just start from home. Let them see your money behaviors. Let them see your attitude towards money. It's not the one that you just drop one money. They'll sit in the cushion, in the chair. They'll sit anyhow. They just don't have any regard. They don't, they don't really care because of the way that you manage money.
So are you saying it should be, you already say it should be first with the parent, with the home.
It's the home, but I'm very careful because
some parents
they don't know
what to do.
So third party.
I don't want to go and preach it and somebody will say, oh, hey, then mess the child up. You don't teach what you don't know.
But we are all open to learn.
Exactly.
And you have said it so many times here, how you learn stuff.
Yeah.
So
you have to keep on learning.
That woman who is watching this right now can start
learning already with that child.
Help your children.
And there's so many people that you can follow. I don't know if I'm allowed to call names, but there are people that are online that are doing a good job. They even have groups that you can join. There was a lady that I joined her group. Every month they do a course, a training, like a training. We go get online. She will teach this one this month, teach that one. There's another one that I know. In fact, she is big. You probably will all know her. She gets women. They will buy an estate. They would, they will do so many things. Empowers them together, and but all those things. You have to keep being in these groups to keep knowing. Because like with parenting, you have to be in it to keep on. You can't know it all, but you grow. You keep growing because something new. Okay, there was a time when Airbnb became a thing and people started investing in people doing the Airbnb. So somebody wants an Airbnb but doesn't have the money to set up the Airbnb, then you will be the one to add money to it. You learn it from somewhere. Someone has to teach you agriculture, for example. You learn it that there's so many. So just keep on be a lifelong learner.
Nice. Now we're winding down. Yes, we're rounding off. And so there is this last question that I would like you to answer. So for a woman who's watching, a mother who's watching, what's that one money conversation that she should have with a child this week? What would it be if she should have that conversation with a child? What would that money conversation be?
It's a big question. You know why? Because I don't know the age of the child. So I'm thinking, what is the money conversation?
So let's start with maybe a toddler.
So if it's a toddler, that's the piggy bank level.
Okay. Yeah. Safe. Keep.
So let's bring it on. What's the next level?
So maybe a 10-year-old or something like that. What value are you going to give? So we don't ask children, we don't tell them what are you going to do when you grow up. We start telling them value. Value. So let them understand what value is and what can you do to get money. Let them start having it at the back of your mind. How are you growing your money? How are you growing your money? When you start getting into the teenage years, which books are you reading about money?
Teenage.
Yes. Which books? Even on YouTube, they have young influencers that teach about money, but you have to be careful because it's not everybody that you have to vet this thing. And one of those parents that are not online, don't send them online to learn those things. Send them to the adults to learn those sort of things. So which money books are you reading? What are the things that you can sell online? What kind of things that you can do? They may not need money, but they should have the habit of having that. For me,
what if the parents don't want them online? Like, what are the things that you can sell online?
It can be offline now because they have fairs. They have fairs. They have bazaar, whatever they call it. All these things, all those things that they have. Just let them do some bracelets or something.
They like to knit.
Let them do and just get a table for them and let them see what they can do. Just let your children. It's not about being hungry. It's about working the money muscles. It's not about, but I can afford that. You keep on looking down on everything. It's just letting them see that they're able, they're capable. So when that hard time comes, they can get up and say, do you know I can do this? Do you know I can do this? I have this. So say for example, when I'm talking to my daughter now, I'm always thinking, she will be thinking, she thinks a lot now. Before, money was not so much on her mind. But now she has all those tools at the back of her head. Something that will help her to generate funds. So just keep that consciousness going about money. The same way you tell them to keep safe, stay away from drugs, stay away from boys that were abusive or whatever. What is that one that's causing violence on social media now? It's always a boy. It's not a boy. It's always a man. Well, just keep having those conversations.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So,
Money consciousness.
Money consciousness.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
We
me.
really have you to thank for giving us all these gems
Thank
because
you.
I like the passion that she puts into this.
I think you should follow her on social media.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
because
amazing.
she
Your
is.
daughter is favored to have you.
I am telling you, she is, and I hope
And
she
I'm
knows
blessed to
that.
have her too. Yes.
Yeah.
No, she knows.
Oh wow!
She knows.
Oh wow! Interesting.
She says it.
Says it.
I wish I had more time, but she says it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, time is always a luxury here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
you.
I have done this with the wonderful.
MartinsTheXtratainer.
My name is Honeypot, and of course, we will catch you very soon. Stay here.
Or you catch us.
Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
That was a
That was fun.